My enduring love for Queen began when I was about 6 years old, when I first heard the Flash Gordon soundtrack. I just thought it was completely amazing. But it wasn't until about a year later that I first heard Bohemian Rhapsody, and that just blew my tiny little mind. It's been probably my favourite song ever since. Now, everything that can be said about it has been, including what it might be about. So this is just my take on it. I don't profess to imagine that it's exactly what it's about, and I don't imagine that it's a unique opinion. I'm sure there are plenty of other people out there who think the same way. Now, Freddie was famously very kind of loath to discuss what his songs were about, including Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's famously known that he almost certainly never told anyone what it was about, including the other members of the band. And Brian, Roger and John have long claimed that he never told them, and I do believe them, but I don't think for a second that they don't know what it's about. I think that they almost certainly came to their own conclusions about the nature of the song. There was an interview with Roger some years ago in which he said that it's obvious if you think about it. And I think it is. Now, to understand the song, I think you need to understand what was going on in Freddie's life at the time that he wrote and recorded it. He was, at that point, in a relationship with Mary Austin, his then girlfriend, and that relationship ended in 1976, the year after the song was written and recorded. He would have been likely wrestling with his sexuality at that point, and trying to reconcile that with his love for Mary. So I think the song is a kind of letter of sorts to Mary Austin about the dilemma that he was facing, his sexuality that he was trying to come to terms with, and how that might affect her and other people in his life. Now, fast forward to 1995 and the Made in Heaven album, which came out about 3.5 years after Freddie's death. It contains a song called Mother Love, which was the last song he recorded, and I think that song might also be about Mary Austin. Now, it's well known that Love of My Life was about Mary, and he often referred to her as such, even when he was in relationships with other people. In an interview, he once referred to her as almost being like his common-law wife. It's obvious that their love for one another was more than about sex and intimacy, and wasn't about that at all, in fact. It was probably more about something pure, and perhaps more about that kind of comforting love that makes you feel safe, almost as if it were kind of like the love that one has between oneself and a mother. When you kind of factor in the biblical Mary is often referred to as the Holy Mother or Mother Mary, one could reasonably make the leap that he was referring to her in this song. And indeed, when you look at Bohemian Rhapsody and the word mama itself, many people have suggested that because it consists of just the letters M and A, that this could also refer to Mary Austin. Now, I don't entirely buy that. It seems a little bit too Da Vinci Code for me, but I wouldn't entirely rule it out either. So you leap back to Bohemian Rhapsody and look at the actual lyrics. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Now, the a cappella section at the beginning is obviously expressing some disbelief at what's going on. Is it real? Is it a nightmare? Is this my life? This is a problem, something I cannot escape or avoid. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see, I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy because I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anywhere the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. So open your eyes, this is real, this is my problem to deal with, I don't need pity for it, whatever happens, happens. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. The killing here is not literal but figurative. He's killing himself, or at least a version of himself, the version of himself that people have known up until that point, to be replaced with a new version. It's a kind of dramatic way of saying goodbye straight Freddie, hello gay Freddie. He was still in his 20s at the time, so the reference to that death being premature kind of fits. That he's young, and it just seems to be an end of this particular life fairly early on. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters. I'm not doing this to hurt you. This is something I have to do, not leaving literally, but again, figuratively. If the old me that you knew seems to be gone from this point onwards, then that's okay, because there is this new me. Too late, my time has come, sent shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye everybody, I've got to go. Got to leave you all behind and face the truth. Can't put this off any longer, this change that has to be made, this change that is coming. I have to face the truth of who and what I am, no matter how hard that might be. Mama, I don't want to die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Again, with the figurative death of the old self, while expressing that this is something that is so incredibly hard to do that you almost just kind of wish you didn't have to go through with it. It's like you'd rather not exist than have to deal with this almost. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Figaro. Here's where Freddie gets to kind of ramp up the drama by putting it into this kind of operatic form and give it a real sort of epic feel. Now here it seems that he's likely expressing the tribulations of what he's having to go through and sort of what will happen to reveal the truth about himself, and the reference to Galileo possibly refers to how Galileo was punished for his heretical views on the universe, and perhaps kind of comparing that sense of being persecuted. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me, he's just a poor boy from a poor family, spare him his life from this monstrosity. And in classic opera, the chorus kind of represents society and how they view and regard the main characters and their decisions. They're there kind of judging them and commenting on them almost. And it's this sense of basically, take pity on this person, for what they do, but also with a sense of condemnation. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. We will not let you go, never let you go. Here is this kind of imagined battle between the protagonist and elements of society who damn him for his nature and refuse to let him, say goodbye to this old self and present this new self that they have an intolerance for. Oh, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. Now we've reached a biblical level of condemnation and a sense of kind of, sort of what I'm revealing here, what I'm doing, surely kind of damns me to hell in the eyes of many people. Whilst that kind of, the plea for mercy, there's just the sense that, his situation can't get any worse. So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye, so you think you can love me and leave me to die. Oh baby, can't do this to me baby, just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. And this is something that's a vital theme and feature, I think, to pretty much every gay anthem you've ever heard. Defiance. Standing up, defiantly saying, in the face of intolerance, this is who I am, this is what I am, take it or leave it, you are not going to put me down, this is me, and I will stand proud, in the face of this intolerance for who and what I am. Nothing really matters, anyone can see, nothing really matters to me, any way the wind blows. At the end of the day, this doesn't matter, really. It shouldn't matter to you, it shouldn't matter to me. I am who I am, take it or leave it. This is basically just me stating my case, making my kind of, position known, speaking my truth, etc. And it's just, that's it. So that's it really. I'm pretty sure that other people have come to similar conclusions. I did have a look around the internet, and some people, while they've kind of ascribed, some great kind of mythical thing as like a battle between God and the devil for a man's soul as expressed in the opera section, but others have sort of come to that similar notion that it is a kind of it's Freddie's coming out song in a way, and I think it is. To me, that's how I interpret it. I mean, the whole point of great art is that it is opaque and that one doesn't necessarily know what the artist had in mind behind it. So it's something that means it's always going to be debated and is always going to be discussed. But if you guys have got any thoughts, am I kind of near the mark? What do you reckon? Stick it in the comments and let us know. Take care.